Hi, I'm Katrina Hawking and I work for the ALS Association Evergreen chapter.
I'm Robert Hawking. My father had ALS.
The ALS Association Evergreen chapter provides care services and durable medical care equipment loans to people with ALS living in Washington, Idaho, Montana, and Alaska. And we're doing these virtual wine tastings in support of them.
So, welcome to our first wine tasting of 2021. And this time we're going to do Southern Rhone Blends. And we've actually done we've had several Washington Southern Rhone style red blends in our tastings up till now. But as a change, we're actually going to have a white blend as our starting wine today. And it is Trash 2017 Pape Blanc. It's their estate grown wine from Blue Mountain Vineyard in the Walla Walla Valley.
So Rhone wine, so where are we talking about?
So the origin of these types of blends is from the southern part of the Rhone River in France, and so that's the main river in the south of France, and it flows into the Mediterranean. So there's a Mediterranean influence on the climate there.
So hot, south of France, hot weather wines.
Yeah.
Okay. And is this one from south of France?
No, this is a Washington wine. Okay.
So where in Washington are we dealing with?
Walla Walla Valley.
All right, and it's hot there, so that makes sense.
Okay.
It's very clear.
Yes, and so this one is 32% Viognier, 19% Grenache Blanc, 15% Roussin, 15% Marsanne, 15% Picpoul Blanc, and 4% Clairette Blanche.
Oh, it has a really big flavor.
It's got quite an aromatic nose.
What do you mean when you say that, aromatic?
It's lots of flavors. Like spices and things and herbs.
Yeah, it's very fresh.
Yeah, so
and
I think
it's got a green grass. And
yeah, I think that's probably the Viognier, and the Roussin and the Marsanne are giving a sort of the round. There's also a roundness to it, which
it's got a fresh onset and then kind of a fuller aftertaste.
Yeah, so the fresh onset is a sort of summery taste, spring summery taste, and the full on is something that this will work as a autumnal and winter wine as well.
Right? Yeah, so I can see having this for a picnic, or have it.
Yeah, I mean, or with a winter meal where you're wanting a white wine. A vegetable stew or a meaty fish. This would go well with
halibut.
Chicken, yes.
Chicken, halibut. So the ALS Association Evergreen chapter is working hard to keep our clients safe. People living with ALS are at extreme risk from the pandemic, and we're working hard to keep everyone safe and healthy, and our care services have moved online. So we're doing virtual care services, virtual support groups, and also our fundraising and advocacy events are online as well. So we started doing these wine tastings back in the spring when actual in-person event that we wanted to attend in support of the ALS Association was canceled, and we decided to try it as a virtual wine tasting, and we've been doing these wine tastings monthly ever since. And we're really enjoying doing them. We hope that you enjoy watching them because they're really fun to make.
So you were asking earlier about where in France this was. So one of the things about this wine is that they call it Pape Blanc. Well, the Blanc is white, but the Pape is a reference to Châteauneuf de Pape, which is the sort of preeminent area within the Southern Rhone for these wines. And actually, so now we're moving on to our other wine, our second wine, which is a red, and we tried one from France.
Okay.
It's not actually a Chateau Neuf de Pape. Doesn't quite fit in. That wouldn't quite fit into our price range. But
very expensive.
This is a Gigondas, which is actually the next door appellation.
Okay.
And this whole area has been on the going up for the past few decades. And Gigondas was one of the ones that first got improvements in quality.
Oh, thank you.
And this is Brot, and they call it La Maresque Gigondas.
So we're not in a Chateau Neuf de Pape price range. What sort of price range are these wines in?
These are in the $20 to $30 range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, there's big flavours coming off in the nose.
It has sort of the smell of like raspberry, but I'm not getting a strong raspberry in the wine itself.
Yeah, there's various different berry flavours, and the sort of, I think I'm getting a sort of leather and a bit of cedar maybe, and maybe a bit of rosemary.
The tannins are not, there's a little bit of tannin on the tip of the tongue, but it's not very strong.
Well, we ended up opening this one a little while ago, so I think it's had a chance to air out, and so it's yeah.
I think this is one that will definitely benefit by sort of pouring it out or opening it early and letting it breathe a little bit.
Yes, it will also be interesting to see how this one does with a little bit of aging, because it's a 2017, so it's fairly young still. It might be interesting to see how this opens out. But yeah, this will go with robust meats and possibly portobello mushroom dishes based around portobello mushrooms.
We had a cassoulet a couple of days ago. I think that this would taste really nice with the cassoulet or with some duck. Those would both be good choices, and anything that had sort of a hint of bacon in it, I think, would work really, really well with this.
So one difference between this and the Washington blends that we've been drinking. Washington blends are sometimes they sometimes have GSM, which is Grenache Syrah Mourvèdre, but it tends to be that it seems that in Washington sometimes they have they lead with the Syrah. Here they're leading with the Grenache. Which is there's a slightly lighter, brighter taste than there would be with the Syrah, which is a bit heavier.
Well, thank you very much for watching, and thank you for supporting the ALS Association Evergreen Chapter. If you'd like to make a donation, you can do so at our website. But also, if you are considering what else you might do, we're always looking for volunteers. And I know that that's a little bit difficult now during the pandemic to volunteer, but there are a lot of virtual volunteer activities that you can do, everything from helping with voice banking to assisting with the virtual support groups, helping take notes. So just get in touch if you would like to find a job that you can do. We're also looking at positions that hopefully will be opening up as people become vaccinated and we can start meeting in person. So that might include helping with yard work, and later possibly when we can start meeting in person and going back into one another's homes, helping families who are living with ALS with household chores or making trips to the running errands. We're also looking for someone who would be interested in helping with our loan locker, helping to manage the wheelchairs and other equipment that are loaned out free of charge to people who are needing to change their equipment to meet their needs while they're living with ALS. So just get in touch at the website at www.alsa-ec.org if you're looking for a job or if you'd like to make a donation. And again, thank you for watching.
And thank you for watching, and keep safe. As Katrina was mentioning, this is still a bad time in the pandemic, so please keep safe, and thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed sharing these wines with us.
Cheers!
Cheers!